There's always been that debate of who's stronger, an Admiral or a Yonko. And this debate actually started during Marineford when Whitebeard and Akainu fought. On one hand, people thought that Whitebeard was absolutely destroying and mid-diffing Akainu, and on the other hand, people thought that Akainu was actually fighting Whitebeard on even grounds and even tanking his punches like they were nothing. But whichever side that you are on, whether you think that a Yonko demolishes an Admiral or vice versa, it seems that we are going to find out soon enough. Because in chapter 1069, Kizaru has been confirmed to be making his way to EggHead Island. And not only is this extremely hyped by itself, it also raises the stakes for this arc by a lot. And I mean a lot. Because to be honest, Lucci is probably not going to be able to hold on for much longer against Luffy, especially after angering him by taking Sentomaru out, which would literally make Kizaru potentially the perfect antagonist for EggHead Island. And also with the possible arrival of Kuma, it seems that we are going to relive the events of Sabaody arc, but this time with the roles reversed. Because it is during Sabaody arc that Kizaru, Kuma, and Sentomaru, these three characters gave the Straw Hats their first massive defeat. They were the first opponents that the Straw Hats could literally do nothing against. It is by facing adversaries like them who are out of the Straw Hats League that for the first time ever, Luffy admitted defeat and opted out to run away. And it is after their absolute defeat that we see Luffy questioning himself and questioning his goals for the first time. But now that he is a full-fledged emperor, a full-fledged Yonko, with a full-fledged emperor class crew, things are not going to be the same as last time, right? Well, I hate to break it for you, but it seems that we are not going to be witnessing Kizaru versus Luffy. Yeah, I agree, they might clash for a bit, duke it out for a small while, but with how the story is progressing, it seems that Kizaru might actually end up being an ally. Let me explain. First of all, it is with Kuma, Sentomaru, and Kizaru's introduction that we got the biggest information dump about Vegapunk at that time. And now that we are on EggHead Island, the arc that was literally built to reveal everything about Dr. Vegapunk, that we might see the reunion of these three individuals that gave the Straw Hats their biggest crushing defeat. Kuma is a cyborg that was modified by Vegapunk and was the model for the old pacifistas. Sentomaru is his bodyguard and someone that he saved a long time ago. And for Kizaru, Vegapunk used his devil fruit, the Pika Pika no Mi's lineage factor, to create the beams that the pacifistas used to fight with. And it is pretty obvious that these three have some kind of connection to Vegapunk. And remember when I said that the roles are going to be reversed? Well, in chapter 1069, Sentomaru turned out to be an ally, although not ready for a long time, but hey, he became an ally, right? And for Kuma, we already knew that he is a good guy. He literally went out of his way to save the Straw Hats, sending each members to different islands suited for them to become stronger, and he even protected the Sunny during the time skip. And by that, we can kind of deduce that Kizaru might actually end up siding with the Straw Hats as well. Look, I'm not saying that he'll really become an ally, but he might actually end up helping them out for a tiny bit. And this will not be the first time that Kizaru helped Luffy. Back during Marineford, he literally had the perfect opportunity laid before his eyes to eliminate and end One Piece right there and then by taking Luffy out. But he instead decided that shooting the key that Luffy had in his hand was the better course of action to take. Whether or not that was just pure plot armor for Luffy, or Oda purposefully did that to build Kizaru up. Because we all know that out of the three OG Admirals, Kizaru is by far the less developed and boring one. So it would make perfect sense that if Oda is planning to make Kizaru more relevant again to the story, that he will try to expand his character now that we are in the final saga of One Piece. And like I stated before, in chapter 1069, Kizaru has been confirmed to be appearing in the next couple of chapters, which will bring me to the next point, and kind of a bit outside of the point as well, but yeah, there's something that I absolutely enjoy with One Piece these days, and it is the different translations that are going around that literally help us, the readers, form our own understanding of the story. For example, for chapter 1069, Kishibe Scan's translation says that Kizaru already left for EggHead Island as planned, and for Viz's translation, they say that he was already on his way to EggHead Island for a prior operation. And I really don't know which one is the most accurate one, so I'll just create my own headcanon based on what I understood. I think that the reason why Kizaru left the Marine headquarters before orders were given to him is that he was extremely worried for Vegapunk's safety. His goal on EggHead Island might be to save Vegapunk by fighting Luffy off. But when he finds out that Lucci severely injured Sentomaru, whom he considers as a close acquaintance, and finding out that Vegapunk, someone that he probably has a lot of respect and admiration for, wants to leave with the Straw Hats, he might actually temporarily switch sides. But whatever might happen, chapter 1069 brings into the question, what is Kizaru's connection to Vegapunk? By the way, check out my video on the 5 mysteries that we still need to know about Dr. Vegapunk, where I mentioned that point. The second question will be, where did his lazy justice come from, and what exactly is it? And although I totally understand that we all want to see Luffy fighting an Admiral and end the year-long debate on who's actually stronger, I am just as excited if Oda ever decides to give us a major plot twist. Anyways guys, give me your thoughts. Do you think that Kizaru will end up being the main villain of EggHead Island, or that he will become Luffy's ally? And as always, if you like this video, please consider to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. Until next time, drink some Coke.